We in it. I guess go live with. I need y'all to be in here. Sweet. What up?
Yo, what's going on?
Nice to virtually meet you.
Samesies.
Yeah. So how's it been out there in Sacramento during this strange time?
Definitely interesting. Like I walk my dog around and you just see all these I feel like there's like a protest every other day. Like I feel
Yeah.
like we just had an anti-mask one, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's kind of interesting because like coming from Stockton and then just coming over to like this area where everything's so like I mean it's the capital, so I feel like you're bound to see a lot more like activity political wise, you know?
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So you went to Lincoln High School, right?
I my first 2 years I went to St. Mary's with your brother, and
Oh, for
then my
sure.
second 2 years I went to Lincoln.
Oh, okay. And you were in band with my brother?
I didn't do band in high school at all. I I did like in grade school, but like I was kind of like a one of those like ADHD kids and like couldn't like control myself and like I was doing like drums or whatever and
Yeah.
I just had a bad experience. Like I would headbutt with like my teacher like hella hard.
Oh,
So like I was just
right.
like not doing band in high school.
Well, dang. I mean, you're fulfilling your musical capabilities now, right? So that's cool. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna talk about WaxandWane self-titled debut album. I know that you guys worked on this like during quarantine. Um, were you already planning on releasing this album like around this time, or?
uh Kind of. It was strange because Jeremy and I we like worked together at a restaurant. I don't know, like beforehand, I was just kind of like getting my bearing because I just right now I started learning Ableton and like this album like was just like kind of me figuring that like program out. But I had created something and I was just trying to find people to like do some vocals over it. And then I was talking to Jeremy and he's a lead singer in Mondo Deco, which is this dope band around here. And it took like maybe like a month of just hey, like, do you listen to this shit? Oh, do you listen to this? Like, what do you like? And then after like toying around like for a while, I was just finally like, yo, you should put some vocals over this. And then
Oh,
he, I mean, yeah, the first track we did was crawling up the wall, and like after that, like that's when quarantine hit, and then everything just kind of like domino effect with all the other tracks.
right, right. So, on your Bandcamp, you describe your genre as like creating a unique fusion of music by blending brightly layered vocal harmonies over sonically striking collages of sound. If you could put yourself into like just one genre bubble, like would you? Would it bother you if other people did?
Uh, I don't know. Like it's interesting. Like I'd be like definitely willing to hear like what kind of genre like people like put it in. Like there's
Yeah,
definitely a lot of like fusion between just like I mean like just the shit that like was sampled and like all the I don't know. Like I feel like Jeremy comes from like a very like rock and roll like soulful like blend of like just harmony and just like melodies he makes. And then like I
right.
have this really like attraction to just like atmospheric like shit with like keyboards like I don't know it's weird like I just like know what I like when I hear it and like when I hear something I just want to like take it and just kind of like play around with it like chop it up like see what I could do with it and just kind of see what I can get away with like stacking on top and like I don't know like I feel like I went on a tangent but I think like the genre would be uh somewhere it's just got like a lot I don't
Right, yeah.
know.
Yeah. You could put a lot of genres in a lot of boxes. But
Yeah.
yeah, your guys' chemistry is great. Like you work really well together. So
Oh, thank you,
also your names are super similar.
dude. Okay, check this out. More similarities. Okay, so like my birthday is April 29th, and like
Uh,
I had just sent like Jeremy like a beat like to work on maybe the day before, but he hits me up on April 29th and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take the day off. Like it's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, it's my birthday." Like and
whoa,
dude, like I was just like, it makes
weird.
so much sense now.
Guys, we're meant to work together. That's nuts.
hmm
Okay, you wanna jump to the songs?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, also, props to you for donating all of your sales to mutual aid funds. That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
dude. That was like a no-brainer. Like as soon
yeah,
as like the protest has started, like I was so worried about like how I could help. Like I am like high risk when it comes to like COVID and shit. So I've been like super
right.
scared to like leave my house. But like I
Yeah,
wanted to do something, and as soon as that happened, like I told Jeremy, and like I knew he was gonna be on board that we should just like
mhm,
donate like anything, like just to the cause, because like that's the least we could do as like
yeah.
where we were, I guess.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Props to you. All right. Intro. Let's listen.
This part of the lesson is to be repeated over and over for about an hour while we're going to sleep. I realize that I and I alone have the power to achieve anything and everything I desire. I can.
What is the sample from?
That's some like Lonnie Liston Smith, I think is the song. Dude, okay, so like we crammed this whole album in like probably like 20 days, like barely even like a
Yeah.
month. Like, so like as far as like sample catalog goes, I would probably have to go double check. But this one is Expansions, I think, by Lonnie Liston Smith. But like, yeah, it's a little snippet of that. And then there was like a vinyl recording talking about like some vinyl just talking about like creating like your own reality or something like that. And then I also tied it in with like some sample and like put like delay on like Wax and Wayne, so it kind of like interlaced between like everything. I don't know. It was just kind of like a more of a, like a texture thing. I feel like if you listen to anything by like Madlib or anything like any of
Mhm.
his projects, you'll see like I don't know. That's kind of like uh that kind of shit will feel like familiar. It's just kind of like an intro going into like I feel like you know what was to come.
Right, right, right. For sure. Yeah. There's like a couple samples laced throughout, so I'll ask you about them, and if you don't exactly know where they're from, that's cool. Just curious. Okay, let's jump into the first song here.
Josh, what's up, Josh?
Okay, so the lyrics here is breathe out the seeds of doubt that constantly shout when you're down and out, right?
Yeah. Um,
Nice.
like I feel like I can only speak for like my behalf. Like Jeremy's in the chat.
Uh,
But like he gave me like a little like book to like represent him like through me. So like Jeremy said like this was the third track we did, I believe. Since it was in the beginning of quarantine when the song was written, it addressed the need to center ourselves. I was trying to practice meditative thoughts while my mind was racing a mile a minute. The melody was meant to reflect that dreamy state meditation can bring, even if the lyrics got dark at times.
cool.
Dude,
So,
and like his like harmony on this shit was hella tight. Like it kind of reminds me of I don't know why I always think of like the intro to like Sopranos for some reason.
to
Like
what?
the Sopranos, that HBO
Oh,
show. Like it
yeah.
just feels like hella like late 90s, like early 2000. I don't know. And like I just
Right.
feel like he perfectly like cut through like I purposefully like put his like voice like really high in the mix with like in terms of like frequency, so it just like cuts through everything. Like it
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like that breathe is tight because I feel like I don't know, the rhythm to it is kind of offset a little bit. It just kind of makes your head like bob back and forth, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just got
No.
like it kind of just like takes you through. You just follow the rhythm and the vocals, and it kind of takes you through that little like atmosphere of like the keyboards and shit. I don't
Yeah. No.
know.
No. It's a great opener. Yeah. So, do you guys like trade off on who writes lyrics, or is one of you kind of?
No, not at all. Like I didn't like I just do like the beats. Like I just like send him shit. Like and if he like fucks with it, he'll like send me his vocals, and then I'll just like take those and just kind of like mix everything together. So like I have no representation in like lyrics or like any vocal melodies. That's all 100% Jeremy, and like the music's
Okay.
like 100% me. Like
Okay. Cool.
I feel like I don't know. I can't sing for shit. Like I have an envious sort of like feeling when it comes to like vocalists because I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
dude, like how do you even sit there and just think like, okay, you have to write lyrics that not only match up with like the beat like rhythmically, but you also have to put like a melody through it, and then comes like
Yeah.
different layers of like harmony, shit like that. Like I don't know, that shit blows me away. I can't really fuck with it.
I don't know. Well, shouts outs to Jeremy because I really love the vocals like throughout this whole album, and the lyrics are
Dude,
tight.
Jeremy's he's got that refinement, man. He's got those
Yeah.
like harmonies.
Dope. Okay, let's jump to Long Way from Home, which has Swank on it. Who is Swank?
Oh, dude, let me tell you about my boy Swank, dude. Okay, so check this out. Swank is the fucking coolest dude you'll ever meet. So Swank is Ike, and he worked with Jeremy and myself over at this restaurant in Midtown, and like he was the one that trained me like the first day, and like that was when like I guess I don't know if this is like what it's like for other restaurants, but like you get trained and then like you get to have like free meals for like your first couple of days of training or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was just like the coolest like person. Like within a matter of like 10 minutes, we were like talking about jazz. Like he's hella into like Sun Ra and shit, and like
Mhm.
I don't know, like it was weird, like just how connected we were, and like he just like we just get super stoned and then just go like eat like a pizza and then like spaghetti. I don't know, it was just hella tight. But
Wow.
his brother is Stefan from Death Grips, and
No
if you don't
way.
listen to Death Grips, I don't know what you've been doing, but like Death Grips is hella
No.
like tight.
That's awesome. Wow.
But I'm trying to
Man.
get something started with him because we did a couple tracks together. He jumped on another track that uh, I did in another project. I don't know. I've got like a lot of projects, but like
Uh,
we were gonna start on one. I was doing a couple beats. I sent him. He had a couple raps, and then this shit happened. And like unfortunately, he doesn't have like a good way to like record himself. So I think
yeah.
that's gonna happen like maybe I don't know whenever this shit like ends. You know.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Uh, there's also additional vocals from Isaac Burnett on this one.
Yeah, that's him. That's
Oh,
Swank.
okay. For sure. All right, let's listen to it for a minute. Wow. You got relations to Death Grips. That's awesome. I'm gonna breeze through like the actual listening kind of quickly because it's like such a hefty track list. But
Yeah,
once again,
no, for sure.
shout out, yeah, shout out to Jeremy for those lyrics. Like, they're so good.
Oh yeah, he said his verse was written after Ike's, so he had the hook written early, and the theme was focusing on not feeling at peace in our own homes. the idea was that if we're not scrambling around and staying busy all the time, that it would be like super hard to feel balanced or whatever.
It was very nice. All right. The next one is Miss That Feeling. Once again I wrote down like notes about the lyrics because I really like the been gone for so long, it ain't all right, only so wrong.
Yeah.
Really good couplet. There's a lot of that. Let's listen to Miss That Feeling for a minute. Also, that's super funky, like that.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's Chaser by I think Piero. I don't know. I always butcher his last name. It starts with a U, Emiliani or something like that. But that's like two songs stacked on each other. For this album, I got like super into like layering samples. Like the other one, Long Way From Home, I think is like 4 songs like stuck in like one like rhythm. This one has the 2 layers, the funky one that you hear like the wah wah thing,
Yeah.
and then it has then there's like a little organ dun dun that kind of like juxtaposes itself like on the rhythm that kind of is just like also kind of slightly offbeat, but it just kind of gets you into like another kind of like groove too. But like yeah, that one is Hunt Up the Wind. I think I forget who wrote it, but like I said, I can't remember like all the samples,
Yeah.
but like this one I was super stoked on. Like I hell like that beat, and then like Jeremy like killed it like with his like vocals and like his harmony. Like I feel like this whole like first half of the album is just like boom boom boom, you know?
Yeah. So would you say that like Long Way From Home, is that the most songs that you've layered like over each other, or what's like your most layery song in
Ooh,
this track?
I feel like it might be that one or Let 'Em Fall, which is towards the later half. Like that one
Uh,
was like hella dumb. That one had like 3 songs, and then like I feel like the because I stacked like a couple drum breaks on top of each other as well as like programmed drums. So like I feel like it was like I don't know, probably like 6 or 7 at that one.
hot damn. Man, that's so cool though. Yeah, the layering is really,
I
really
feel
nice.
like just kind of like an old person just like sitting around at home at night, just kind of like fucking around with like collages and shit.
Uh,
Like I'm like, ooh, this would sound good. You know, just I don't know. It's fun.
yeah, no, I fuck with it though. Like that, I don't really see like this much like layering mixed with like the actual like lyric or not lyrics, vocals. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's kind of like you ever heard of like the Avalanches?
Of who?
The Avalanches. It's like this like
Yeah.
duo, I think. Yeah, like
Mhm.
that shit, that whole album, there I think it's like Since I Left You. That whole album is just like all samples, just layered, 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 and like
Yeah.
I think there was like over like 1,000 samples or something, and they don't even like know like all the extent of like what they sampled, but like that shit is like hell tight. It's like kind of like a celebration of just I feel like vinyl in general.
Mhm. Cool. 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 So would you say that like the Avalanches are one of your biggest inspirations? Like or
Uh,
who did you look to like as inspiration for this project? Or were you looking at anybody like in particular?
I feel like I don't know, like I feel like there was no inspiration. I didn't have like a direct like inspiration for the album. I just like take like inspiration from like influences or just shit I hear in general. I feel like the main
Right.
product is definitely just like I don't know, my ear, which has developed. Like I feel like what influenced it more is just like I don't know, shit from like Madlib, like his shit with like yesterday's new quintet.
Mhm.
That's like I feel like where like that's super inspirational to me. That his Shades of Blue album, like MF Doom for sure. Just like that whole Stones
Yeah.
Throw shit, like that alternative like hip hop. And I don't know, like Klaus Layer, like Redef Records, like Done with the Fudge Monk, like that. I feel like that's like East Coast Madlib over there. But like all those people are just like I don't know. I just sit back and I listen and like I don't know, like that, and just also I feel like I have a pretty decent like perspective on rhythm from just playing drums almost my whole life, and like I just
Right.
like to kind of like I don't know. I think it's interesting to throw like curveballs like rhythmically and like I didn't fuck around with that too much on this album. I feel like the most like rhythmically like curveballish one would probably be Long Way From Home. That one has a little weird phrasing, but I don't know, like just just that kind of stuff in general is just super inspiring.
Yeah, you mentioned MF Doom. Like, I definitely hear that influence kind of trickling in, which is
Oh
awesome
yeah.
because yeah, it's all right. Let's move on to another day. Also, I put down some notes about the lyrics again. Just gotta read some lyrics. So
Mhm.
there's a lyric that says, "I'm not sure what has come over me. My thoughts, which I spelled as THOTS for some reason. LOL. My
I feel like
thoughts are
Jeremy's
hard.
into thoughts.
Yeah, my thoughts are hard to control lately. So much left to say, but cannot speak." And I'm not sure what the next part was, but like, I totally relate to like a lot of what Jeremy's writing, like lyrically in this album.
Yeah, Jeremy's
Stating,
a very internalized person for sure, and
yeah,
I say that being one too. But like,
huh,
I don't know. I just feel like people that are like internalized a little bit, like have some interesting ways of like portraying like certain situations and like especially like lyrically. You know what I mean?
yeah. And then wait, there's more in my notes. I just gotta read the chorus quickly. Keep trying to find another way to try to make it through today. Keep trying to find some way to try to make it through today. Bro, that's how I've been feeling literally every day, like the past 3 months. So this is just a cool song to have to relate to. And I think it's one of my
Mhm.
favorites on the album. So let's listen to that. What's the like bum 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 da, da, da,
Oh,
like
dude.
underneath?
Okay, so like that's the only thing the recording on the album where it was a live instrument. My friend Kakoa, he let me borrow his bass, and I was just like, what the sample was lit like missing was just like a good like bass line. So I just played bass to it. Like
Oh,
it was like that. Yeah, that's like my. I don't know. It's really hard to play bass. I don't know how to play bass, but like I feel like if you could just find something that like is kind of simple and just like rhythmically uh like in terms with like the rhythm like it works.
yeah, no, it definitely adds to this. I'm gonna try to skip to the chorus so we can listen to that. Can't put this damn bang in my head. Nope.
Dude, yeah, that shit blew me back when like Jeremy sent that. I was like, oh
Uh-huh.
fuck.
Yeah, no, super good. Next track is "Crawling Up the Wall." You want to mention anything about this one?
Oh yeah, that was our first one. Also,
Ooh.
shout out to Dylan in the chat, just saying hi. Sorry, but
Oh,
uh, that was yeah, that was our first one. Jeremy said the overall dreamy quality of this cut pulled me in a direction of atmospheric harmonies, which definitely led to the overall sound we explored throughout the album. The lyrics speak for themselves. It was finished 2 weeks after we were both laid off and sheltering in place, so feeling stir crazy was unavoidable.
that's interesting. This is actually, I think, the only track that like I didn't take any notes for, and I think it's because I was just like so enveloped by the sound, perhaps.
No,
So yeah, let's just listen to that for a minute.
down.
Those vocals,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So good. Super funky. I love that track. So good.
Dude, yeah. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. All right. Next on the track list is Truth Be Told. I was wondering, are there like, does somebody else do vocals on this? Like, real low key?
No. Are you talking about like the
No.
intro part?
I don't know. I don't remember. I
Oh,
just thought,
gotcha.
I like at some point, I thought I heard like a female vocal.
No, that's just like Jeremy killing
Okay.
it.
Well, damn. Wow. He's just all over the place with his range, isn't he? That's cool.
Yeah, no. I don't like the more I think about it, I don't think that there's like nothing Jeremy can't do.
Really. That's awesome. Let's listen. Maybe I'll remember where I heard the vocals. Oh wait. What's that? I don't even know how to explain it. The like the
Is it
sounds
like
like a spiraling sound.
oh like that sounds like a frog or something?
Yeah.
Like where it's like I don't know. I don't want to mimic the sound and sound stupid, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like it was a part of the sample and I thought it added like a texture. But like for those like for that song the way it was constructed, there's like it does like three of the same repetition and then it does like a pitch like lower. But like I basically just used the same sample and transposed it like down a little bit. So it's just the same sound within that whole sample. And then like on the fourth bar it just goes down a little bit. But I think it's like a guitar. I don't even know. Like I heard that and I just thought it was interesting. Just like threw it in
Yeah.
there.
No, that's awesome. I love that. Whatever it is.
I don't even know what it is.
Do you hear like, okay, so there's layered vocals.
Yeah.
Lower layer sounds like a lady.
The lower layer? Oh, I thought you were gonna say the higher layer.
Well, it's okay, it's not like at the forefront of the song.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the layers sounds he's a good singer. We'll just leave it there.
Maybe it's
But
Maybelline.
yeah, I was over here thinking there was like an additional singer on the song, but wow, it's just Jeremy doing his thing, apparently.
Yeah, just fucking Jeremy, dude.
Yeah. Listen a little. Also, there's like a lot of pretty like this noise is happening.
Dude, yeah. That one, I felt like there was melody to it, but I feel like the real kicker is like kind of like the texture. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's like pleasing both like harmonically, but also like I don't know, it just tickles your ears a little bit.
yeah, I know. That's very nice. Let's let's jump to Holding On. Was this like was this track like did you just throw it in as like an afterthought, or did you want it to be like bridging between Truth Be Told and Say La Vie?
It was supposed to be like if you go on our SoundCloud, like it's the intro to like C'est La Vie, and it just kind of kicks into it. But
Uh-huh.
I think we had like with it being the intro, it was like 13 songs, and like I, if I remember correctly, Jeremy wasn't fucking with the number 13, so I think we just ended up splitting it off and making 14 tracks.
Oh, okay.
But then I added like a little like recording just to kind of beef it up, so it's not just like that sample. Uh, so I just like recorded just like a cassette like going into like its player and just kind of like try to like make it longer because if that wasn't there, it would have been like 10 seconds and it just wouldn't have like stood on its own.
Right. Yeah. Well, we can totally listen to this whole track for this 42
This is
seconds.
this is the banger right here, dude.
Yeah. So that's just sampled instrumentation.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
then
weird.
um before it kind of hits with his voice, it's just kind of like a chop of just like the instrumentation before it kind of like drops. Just on like kind of like loop. Like I wanted it to sound like hella abrupt, like it just punches you and then like it
Yeah.
um like then it kind of just like fades into C'est La Vie. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was pretty much just the point of that one.
Yeah. My one note for Holding On is dope. I know, like
Sick.
at some point, you guys should build on. You should build on to Holding On. It's my personal opinion. It
Oh
would be a
shit.
banger. Yeah, it's a banger. You know. All right, let's jump into C'est La Vie. I'm also going to read some of these lyrics quickly. All you see, let it be, it ain't over yet. And I guess I had a question for Jeremy. I don't know if you're in the chat, bro, but I was wondering, are those lyrics like about quarantine and shit going on in the world, or is that like a personal lyric? Just wondering.
Yo, Jeremy, respond accordingly.
Yeah, all you see, let it be, it ain't over yet. Because I feel like you could apply that to like all the shit happening, or you know, personal.
What the fuck's
Oh,
up,
that's my
bro?
brother.
What up, yo?
Oh
Hey.
shit. What up,
What
Matt?
up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. I just want to pop in and turn your speaker up a little bit too.
I'm
Yo, I love the album. Thanks for coming on. Shouts to Jeremy in the
Hey.
chat.
Hey.
I'm hungover as fuck, but I'm drinking a beer in your honor, in honor of the album. It's a beautiful album. You should be proud of it, dude. Thank you for coming on and talk about it.
Cheers for that.
Cheers, brother. You know, you're not gonna do something too. We're gonna work together.
Oh shit.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm out. All right.
Group effort.
Wax motherfucking Wayne.
Yep. Okay, wait, Jeremy's putting something up, but yeah, to answer the question, kind of, blah, blah. Okay, so kind of about.
There's.
Yeah. Okay,
Hell yeah.
well, let's listen so we can hear some sonic things. Want to like walk me through some of the layers in this song?
Yeah. Also, I just realized Jeremy typed me this thing that I mentioned earlier, and it kind of has some background lyrically like on that track, and I probably should have mentioned that earlier.
Oh,
But he said that this was another early track and kind of tackled a couple different things. Mostly it's about trusting your intuition and not feeding into disinformation and bullshit. Our view and perception of this world is shaped from our thought patterns and what we allow to take center stage. So it's best to think rationally. A lot of paranoid talk was being thrown around, so I kind of responded to it in this song in a way,
okay, for sure.
as he
Here's another.
eloquently put.
Thanks to Jeremy for sending all the background about the lyrics. Oh yeah, so could you tell me about like the layers in that song?
Oh yeah, dude, this one's like the rock and roll song on the album. I feel like it's just got like a driving like guitar, and I felt like Jeremy would kind of feel at home on this. Like I feel like the rhythm, those are like programmed drums. They're kind of like offset a little bit, but they kind of just like also kind of like make your head bop a little bit, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's got like a synth hook and like the melody, but it's just pretty much just one song that I sampled on that one. But I wanted it to sound like hot and like fuzzy and just kind of like in your face, kind of,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah.
All right, let's listen to it a little bit more, and then we'll go to my story. That's a good one. That's a good track. All right. My story. Okay, so I had another question about the sample. Do you know what the sample from the beginning of my story is, or?
Like the vocal sample?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy X. Yo,
Nice.
I don't know if we got any nerds in here, but like Final Fantasy. Yep.
Okay, let's listen to a little bit of it.
Legendary audience talk sometimes too, yeah? Legendary Guardian. I was just your boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world. But I changed nothing.
Oh shit! There's a dog now.
This is my dog Pepper Pants.
Pepper Pants.
She came to say hi. Yeah.
Hi, Pepper
Say hi.
Pants. Wow, this is so sick. Wow, first dog on re-listening party. Ha! I beat Matthew to it. That's awesome. Not for what I was gonna say. Shit. Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I got
Dogs derail my thought patterns too sometimes.
So my story. Is there any way you could get a hold of MC Ride to like get him to rap
Oh
over
shit.
this?
That'd be hella crazy. I feel like I don't know. I get his brother, but I don't know about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely I hear like rapping taking place here. It would be cool if it did. Throwing it out there. Let's listen a little bit more.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Oh, so like at the end, it's just like this effect plugin. It's called Cassette, and it's made by like Waves Factory, and essentially that's just the same sample, just being like at the end, just kind of sucked into that plugin. So it kind of just sounds like it's kind of like fading into like I don't know, like I guess a cassette. But
Yeah.
I use that plugin like a lot, and you'll hear it in that. I don't know if there's any more iterations of it on this album, but there's some other stuff that I've been working on. But that plugin is hella tight.
Nice. Were you like, did you perform live, or were you performing like live a lot prior to like shit hitting the fan?
Not terribly. I'm like really bad when it comes to like meeting people like in terms of like making like musical connections. And I
Yeah.
guess like I don't know, I don't really like put myself out there as much as I feel like I should. But like before I was playing live for like my friend Shiloh, his project is called Pax. He did like Wildflower. He just released a new album called Cam Dog. But like he had me play drums for him, and I was doing that.
Yeah.
And then before that, I did a little bit of stuff with Blush, and then before that, not too much. I mean, like as far as like performing live with like as far as like playing like the NPC and shit, like I haven't really like played too much, or I haven't really like made connections, and I feel like um I don't know, that's something that I need to work on, you know?
Yeah. So it feels weird to even talk about like the possibility of like shows being a thing again. But like
Yeah.
if they were like next year or whatever, like would you guys want to like try to take this in
We've
front of
talked about
people?
it, and Jeremy kind of has this game plan of playing like through like just some streaming service like live, just kind of like do a Zoom thing. I mean, I don't know like the technical details of it, and we just haven't really gone past like just the talking stage of it. But I have an idea of how we would like replicate all the stuff live, and just kind of like incorporate like live vinyl and like just I don't know, like everything to kind of just give it like kind of a unique spin in it, instead of just playing like the backing track and just having Jeremy sing. But I
Right.
mean, as far as like I don't know, like it's definitely an interesting concept, and I feel like we will eventually. And like I'm sure we'll play live like via like some sort of streaming service. But like once all this shit ends, like we'll probably play live.
That's
We've got
awesome.
some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I look forward to seeing like how you guys go about that. Like
Yeah.
how you do it. What were you gonna say before I cut you off?
I forgot. Hold up.
Well, dang.
It'll come to me. I'll bring it back up.
Okay, for sure. Let's jump into the next song on the track list while you're thinking. Let them fall. Do you have any insight from Jeremy about like the concept of this song?
You bet I do. I got like
Oh, nice.
4 sentences on this one.
Okay.
So This one says, when I was given this track, I heard it in the opposite way in what Jacob intended. I treated the verse like the chorus and the vice versa. Oh, that's interesting. All right. The lyrics and melodies came extremely quick, and I realized it after tracking a bit. So I just kind of went with it, and we worked it out later in the edit. The lyrics are tackling greed and avarice. It's one hell of an addiction a lot of folks have. There's a lot of things that can make the mind sick, and that's definitely one of them.
Did you mention something about an addiction?
Yeah, just like greed and like avarice, like just having like those kinds of things like take over like someone's like life, I guess.
For sure, for sure. Well, thanks for the insight. And then also, there's like a guitar sample.
Yeah, dude, that shit's hella funky.
I don't know, there's like a particular one. It's like, wait, let me go back because I can't explain it apparently. Oh yeah,
I don't recall the source of that sample, but there was definitely, it was separate from the keys. The keys are from another sample and the guitar is from another sample. And then what I did was I programmed some drums to have the rhythm, and then I kind of side chained everything to that, like just like rhythm by itself. So it just kind of everything ducks while that program rhythm like just kind of like goes. So it just kind of meshes everything into one like singular like rhythm. And like I said, this one has like just like a lot of like different sources, but I feel like they all just kind of came together to give you like rhythm. You got like the cymbals going on the high end. You've got like some weird birds going on. Like you've got like keys. You've got some like guitars. Like there's just hella shit, and it just kind of like is instructed to go towards like just the rhythm in general. So I feel like that's one of the more like heavily sourced tracks on the album.
Right. No, it comes together like super seamlessly though. And also my brother said, "What did that guitar sound like, G?" It sounded like cool, and I liked it. Okay, so that's why I mentioned it. I thought it was a cool guitar part. And Jeremy says maybe I got a bit wordy with some of the answers. No, it's been very insightful. Sorry if I haven't been providing the best responses to your answers, but I heard them. And they've been insightful.
I feel like I've been kind of wordy too. I feel like I derail like your structure, and I just want to apologize. Like when I get nervous, I word vomit. I word vomit over everything. Like, my bad, dude.
It's much better this way. It's much better carrying it. Cause
it's a defense mechanism. Like,
oh, okay. I'm not a super like chatty, talkative person, so I appreciate this. Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad that. I mean, let's just keep going.
Okay, let's listen to. We can go to the next song, Unsee. My note is explain these lyrics. So maybe while we're listening, or if you have insight after, you can let me know.
Got you on this one.
Okay, first, can you tell me about like the process of making this song, like the layering? Because I feel like everything is like really heavy hitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this one, it's one sample source, and it's just kind of cut up like in a fucked up way. Like it's not like So if you're like metering something like on a 4-bar phrase, like 1, 2, 3, 4, that shit is like cut hella early. So like it's not on time with like the rhythm itself. So if you listen to it, like you'll hear like hi-hats go before, like in the sample, like before the actual programmed hi-hats. But like the intro is just the sample had like this lady like singing, and I just kind of like just like took the mid frequencies and just kind of like isolated them and just kind of like made it just kind of build up into the beat, because I felt like the rhythm itself like felt whole like dance like, and I just wanted to like get something like to like set the mood before it just like kind of like hit. And I feel like that's like a reoccurring thing in like a lot of the music I made. Like I just like to have like an intro or just like something that takes the space before something just like smacks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like yeah, that one came from like I programmed the drums on that one, and there's like a lot of layers just like rhythmically, like between like rim shots, like snares, claps, hi-hats, like bass drums, like stuff like that. But yeah, it's all like just from one sample, and it was like probably like a 4-bar phrasing, and I just kind of like there's like an auto chop feature on the MPC, and like I just kind of like it because it's not like realistic. Like I like working with things that just like are kind of fucked up. So like it fucked it up, like the cutting. And I'm saying that because like I just don't want to say that I'm lazy. But like basically I didn't fix the way that it assumed that the song should be chopped up. And so like I was able to like in reality that source sample is a lot faster than the beat. So that's why you hear like it kind of rushes it, but the beat kind of sits in the back. But yeah, I just used the way that the machine thought like it should be chopped up, and that's kind of like I feel like it brought like a unique factor between that and like the program drums itself. But this beat in general was like I made this before I talked to Jeremy about like starting like a recording project, and like I talked to a couple people that I knew that like knew how to sing and like shit like that, but like I don't know, I feel like I struggle a lot because like my drive is like up here. Like I feel like I'm always like outputting shit, and I'm just like really quick like, oh, do you want to work on this, do you want to work on this? And then like if I don't get a response, I just like talk to someone else, and like it's really hard to find people to match that. And like it's funny because like the albums that I've been working on recently, like it has just been people that have responded to like my pace, you know what I mean? Like Jeremy was super fucking quick. Like there were points where like we were working on like album or like in a week we would do like 2 songs just like, and like I said, like I probably shot him like maybe like 35 beats or something like that, and he chose like the ones that like fit to his like feeling a lot more, and like I feel like that filtering definitely helped. But like I said, just finding people to like keep up with that pace is just amazing. And like it was kind of just like almost perverse in a way. I would be like I would finish like a beat and I'd just be like, oh, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one, like just kind of see like what his pace is like. Because like I don't know, like I feel like on some aspect I do this for like my health, because like it's just like fun to kind of just like work on this shit. Like I'll wake up like at like 6 in the morning and just kind of like down like hella coffee and just fucking like work on shit until like I make something work. And if it doesn't work, I don't know, like all these beats I never spent more than like 20 minutes on. Like this shit is like, yeah, like yeah, like I feel like I don't know, like I was just so like thrilled to find someone to like work with, you know what I mean? That was able to like keep up with that kind of shit. Because like I can only imagine just getting like, here's this, here's this, here's this, can you do this? And like I'd imagine like vocal composition takes more than like a couple hours, you know what I mean? Like that shit is like super in depth. And then also you have to do lyrics are fucking crazy, because you have to be like, oh, I stand by this, like this is me. Like you're gonna listen to it like fucking a couple years later and you're like, Oh, yeah, that's who I was at that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So so I can only imagine like, like the amount of just like strength and just like preservation that it took to just kind of like keep up with that shit. So like kudos to Jeremy and like kudos to everyone that's able to like work with me.
yeah. No, yeah. The fact that you guys got this album like put together and like released it so quickly is crazy. I super like admire and respect like the pace that you work at because like I wish I had that kind of drive. I totally don't. It takes me a year to write a song. Just kidding. It takes like a couple months because I'll write a couple lyrics and then I'll just let it sit. But my brother said 5 minute warning, so we have two more songs. What do I do? What do I do?
Do both of them at the same time, but like 5 second clips.
No, then we
Well,
can't
maybe not.
cover them. Okay, I'm
Just
gonna.
bring it up.
No, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let's do that. We'll listen to a little bit of Think Piece, and then we'll listen to a little bit of how long will it take, and then maybe I'll ask a question if I can, if there's time. So that's also sampled like piano or keyboard.
Yeah, that's like a harp. It's like one sample source and then just programmed drums. That shit, like that rhythm kind of reminds me of like some Flying Lotus shit where it just has like
Yeah,
some like yeah. So like it just has like some crazy like drum rhythm. I don't know.
I feel you. No, no, no. And it's super. That one's super pretty. Okay, now we'll listen to a little bit of the last one. I'm gonna skip to like the middle part. That sounds like live bass too, but it's not.
Yo, check it out. That that song's so tight. Jeremy's like harmonies like remind me of like D'Angelo shit, and then
Uh,
like that samples like some Herbie Hancock I think it's off his album Mr. Hands, and like it's unrecognizable. Like if you listen to the song, you won't even hear it. It's like
yeah,
I can't remember the name of the song. I think it might be Spiraling Prism. I don't know, but like
maybe.
the intro is also like that Herbie Hancock song mixed with
Uh,
like a guitar from another song, and it just kind of like I don't know. I just like abrupt changes. So like
yeah,
that kind of just like brings you into like a little like guitar solo, and then it just kind of like drops you into this like rhythm that just kind of is like super like simple, but also like super like swung and like super funky.
yeah.
But
I
then
agree.
also Jeremy killed it with his harmony. Like that harmony
Uh,
sounded hella like complex, and like I don't know, Jeremy killing it.
yeah. No, I love the album. Let me do your plugs. You're on. This is on Bandcamp, and all the proceeds are going to which organizations right now?
Right now, we just did NorCal Resist. I'm not sure what the next one is. Jeremy's researching it probably right now. Um, I'm not sure, but we just did NorCal Resist, which was like $310.
Okay, for sure. So buy the album on Bandcamp. They're WaxandWane on Instagram and where else? SoundCloud maybe.
Uh, I think we have a Facebook. I don't know.
This has been Jaycob Greenlee, and thank you, Jeremy.